Have you ever wanted to play Ape Escape in real life? Do you even know what Ape Escape is? Well, last week I spent 5, 6, or 7 days trying to bring this PlayStation classic into the real world. And it was shockingly difficult. This is what happened. It's time to ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang. So, for a bit of context, I'm Benji Blackstone and I try things out and talk about them. Recently, I put together a real-life zombie apocalypse simulator. And a lot of cool cats in the comments had some pretty creative ideas about how to expand the concept. However, if zombies aren't ghosts, then how come they could walk through walls? Before we could move on to something else, I needed to figure out how to fix this problem. But I thought this time, why not add a little twist onto the game and try something new? What if we made a game where instead of you being chased, what if this time you were the pursuer? And the perfect game for this seemed to be a relatively ancient title known as Ape Escape. Even though they're monkeys. If you don't know what Ape Escape is, don't worry, I didn't either. I was just trying to find a game where the objective was to catch something that also ran away from you. And honestly, this was the only game I could find that I recognized because these monkeys are goddamn iconic. Now, from what I could tell from this 1-minute official clip of Ape Escape 2, the entire premise of Ape Escape is that you need to run over and collect these monkeys. And when you do, they run away from you. And when you catch them, they have a funny name. And yeah, I think that's it. Seemed easy enough to replicate. Honestly, it didn't seem that. Never in my life did I think it would take me 4 days to get started on the app. Because you see, I had a game plan. In order to get monkeys walking around buildings, all I needed to do was turn London into a grid, where some areas were walkable and some areas were not. But where on earth do you get building data for the entirety of London? That was the problem. Is it in a text file? So I ended up asking Reddit because back when I tried Pokemon Go, I noticed a lot of Pokemon weren't spawning in the Thames. And so I thought some game developers online might understand why, or at least understand how to do that. One of the top comments mentioned that Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go, actually were former Google and so had a lot of experience dealing with geographic data. But they also mentioned that something called OpenStreetMap was likely where I needed to go. And funnily enough, after doing a bit of digging, it turns out that Pokemon Go itself actually switched to OpenStreetMap data instead of Google Maps data, which was a very positive sign. Because when it comes to getting geographic data, it feels like there are 2 ways to do it. 1, you either pay for it, or 2, you use OpenStreetMap, which means that for our purposes, there was only 1 way to get geographic data online. So, what's OpenStreetMap? Well, in short, it's the Wikipedia of mapping data. Like, it apparently has everything. It had roads, waterways, bike lanes, ski lifts, it had vending machines. But the tricky part was understanding how to interface with it. And after doing some more digging, I discovered a program called QGIS. This is QGIS, and I wanted to show off a small little test here that I was doing. I basically add in building, and I think I run query, and whoa, okay, that's good, Yes, cool. This is using OpenStreetMap data. Like, there's probably 1 or 2 that aren't properly scoped out or anything like that, but it looks fine. Like, I can't really complain about this. Like, this is all pretty good. And the data, there was a lot of it. We probably don't need all of this. Yeah, this is like 57 megabytes already, so it's already quite a lot of data. Fortunately, inside there was lots of redundant bits I didn't need. All I needed was the coordinates of the building. So after stripping it down a bit, I then analyzed and converted that data into a grid where the cells would show whether or not an area was walkable or whether or not it was unwalkable. And after 4 long evenings, we finally had the tools to create a functional map, which meant we could start building the app. We're back. Okay, what we have here is that you see these blue dots, they're effectively going to be the monkeys we're going to be trying to catch. Do you notice how all the blue dots seem to be showing up in walkable areas? So that's what all our little work has been for. I think I need a better color than blue. Even though we spawned this many and like it was in a heavily like building area, they are not showing up. I mean, they're showing up in the water, but that's a different problem. Never mind, ignore that. So now we need to get them moving about. So for days 5 and 6, now that we had a map, we just needed to give the monkeys a brain. That way they could navigate around their new playground. So I ended up using the A-star pathing algorithm, and that seemed to work, but for some reason, the performance was atrocious. This thing is a complete buggy mess. Yeah, look, this one's moving, It's moving in that direction, but it's going to turn here, I think, because there's nowhere else for it to go. See? It's turning. It turned. It's going around the building. So we actually... we actually got it working. Oh, did it freeze? Okay, so tomorrow's problem is going to be figuring out why it's ridiculously broken. Thankfully, it was my fault. Whew, thank God. Oh, wait, there it is. So the reason why it kept freezing is because inside of my like pathing algorithm over here, it was just going round in like a infinite circle. And so I just added a little short circuit essentially. And well, anyway, I think Other Me will explain it better. It was like they was basically just stuck searching forever, and then that's why it got stuck. But now, this is looking really, really good. So in most collectathon games, you have to go to different levels where you collect X amount of things before you could move on. So I generated 3 levels from different areas across London. I then added some behavior where if the player gets close, the monkeys become alerted and then start to run away. By getting a bit closer, the monkey notices me, and then, in theory, yes, it's slowly starting to make its little escape. Let's see. Yes, so now it becomes docile. It's run away from me, but you see how I didn't run into the buildings, all that kind of stuff, it ran away, that kind of thing. And with that, everything was done. So here's the game loop. You pick one of 3 levels, Trafalgar Square, Oxford Circus, or Buckingham Palace. A bunch of monkeys spawn around the area and start to cause virtual chaos. And you need to collect them within the time limit in order to complete the level. When you pick up a monkey, you get some time back. But it's not that easy, because once you get close enough, the monkeys begin to run away. So good luck and try not to get run over. It was time to unescape these apes. Almost immediately, there was disaster. All right, we're good. I think we're okay. Wait, is location on? Location. All right, let's have a look, shall we? Oh. For some reason, it just wasn't picking up my location. All right, looks like I'm getting the laptop out. I knew I had to test one quick thing before leaving my home, and I was freaking the flip out. How could I have walked all my ass there and forgotten to test the most critical and important functionality? All right, hopefully it's not wet. Yes, it is. Brilliant. I did the same Pac-Man mistake where I forgot to double check that location was working. I guess you're along for the ride for this one. But it turns out everything was actually working. It's just my phone was trying to protect me. Thank you. Oh, now, sorry. Okay, it's been ages, but I think I figured it out. I think I need to basically grant the app the permission to use my location. Here we go again. I don't know anymore. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. We did it! That was so scary, dude. Finally, it was time to try out level 1. The first monkey was a bit cheeky. Why are you here? Okay, so the nearest monkey is in that direction up there. Okay, there it is. So now it's gonna run away. I guess I gotta chase after it. And it's back across the road again. Oh wow, this thing's really fast. It's like right there. And it's crossed the road again. Alright, okay. He's giving me the run around, bro. And actually, he's coming towards me, and we got him. Now, who did this monkey think he was? He was on one side of the road, then went to another side of the road, then went on to the other side of the road again. Like, this monkey was joking me. I was like, my ankle. So after that little demo, we turned the monkey's speed down just a tad, and then we tried again. But perhaps we went a little too far. So I'm gonna slow him way the frick down. Let's go. We've got those two over there. Oh, hang on, am I close enough? I think I am, I can just pick it up. It's an interesting balance, because that seemed a bit too easy. I can just run up to it, because now it's going too slow. So it's not like hard to catch him. Oh, it's crossing the road. That's awkward. Oh, it's not. Go, grab it. And we got it. Arctic monkey. So now we're gonna go that way. Am I close enough just to grab it? Let's see. Got it. All right, cool. Oh, wait, no, it's coming over to me. There you go. Monkey Ape, brilliant. And then just like that, we've completed the level. It's super finicky. The very first one, it was like running a lot. And it was running all over the streets because I set it up to a very high speed. I guess it was a bit more entertaining. And also, I've once again underestimated how large the world is. But we basically just were in this area here, and there's this whole other area as well. And so perhaps the map is just a bit too big for like, if you're running. On the plus side, they did run away. They didn't run into walls. I need to find the right speed. And with those thoughts in mind, we headed towards level 2. Oxford Circus. So now here, Oxford Circus. I think I'm gonna turn up the speed a teeny tiny bit, keep the same monkeys, but then reduce the time limit, and hopefully that'll make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, this is a much more dense area, so let's see how it goes. Increase the speed, set the time down, and cool. So we can just head in that direction. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I literally just went the wrong way. Commit to it, let's go. It might be possible. It really is that the world is much larger than I give it credit for. It's already been 2 minutes, and we got like nowhere near the first monkey. Oh, thank you. I think we can catch it. Come on. Okay. My pointer isn't very good at pointing the direction. And we got it. Won the monkey. So the next one is actually back there. Got it. Wukong. The only one nearby is literally miles away. Well, I don't know if I can make it there in time. Oh, I should have just gone north. I wasn't paying attention to all the monkeys that are here. But we'll see if we can get one more before the time runs out. That's a very long jog there. Game over. Sad face. It was becoming clear that I'd scaled the game a bit too large. But outside of that, I think Oxford Circus made for a pretty fun level. As in, I think it's better that it's more dense and there's more things around. Because there are so many different side streets and alleyways you can go down, and that the monkeys could like figure out to walk around. But the monkeys probably needed to be closer together, and they didn't seem to be detecting me or running away as well as they could. But with that test out of the way, it was time to move on to That really freaking hurt. Get your ass over there. Okay, we're going to Buckingham Palace. What was he doing? Oh shoot. Traffic light. Go, go, go. We had a few good tests, so I'm gonna give him a good college try this time. Let's go. Okay, there's loads in the park. We're gonna go to the park. Unfortunately, that other green area there is behind the palace, so if I go in there, I get shot. Light screen, awesome, and first one. There's another one. They aren't running away much though, which just kind of suck a bit. Nah, just try my best to avoid the flowers. And then again, you just kind of pick it up, capture the monkey, and they have one more. I'm gonna just watch this one, see what it does. Like at walking speed, it's very tricky to catch. But then it walks back. Yep. But okay, I do love that. Did you see that? It ran really far away and then it calmed down. I think that's huge. It's just, I think by the time it detects me, I'm already on top of it. Yeah, but I have a minute, so I gotta speed up actually. Let's go, 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 go. I ain't losing to no monkey. And grab. Mr. Mar Monkey. Oh, Miss Mar Monkey, it's okay. Miss Marvel, there we go. So that was the palace. Oh, there's a beautiful little stool that I can use. All right, level complete. So we did it. 3 levels, level 1, success. Level 2, failed. Level 3, success with the exact same conditions, just because it's a massive open area, so I didn't have to worry too much. However, the potential cracks within the game were beginning to show. I just show up and it's like, bam, I've already caught it. Like for a lot of them, I didn't have to try. So, how do I feel about the real-life Ape Escape simulator? Well, firstly, and most importantly, I'm just glad it worked. Like, honestly. Like, I want to subscribe to the notion that you can be happy with things that just happen to function slightly. I think with the current implementation, I basically need to make the monkey AI a bit smarter. Smarter in how it runs away or how it plans to get away and things like that. Because more times than many, it simply just ran into me. Oh, it's so lost. Now it's just hugging me. It doesn't which I guess is realistic. I don't know, because it's like you still want to be able to catch it. I think that's important, but maybe there'd be a way for like it shoots off really quickly and then it starts to slow down when it gets tired, you know? So there's a bit of like entropy to the movement. So it's like even if you're just doing a light jog, you still can catch them, because the problem is that if I make it too fast, then you have to like sprint to catch up to it. And then if you have to be sprinting at all times, then it can't work in city streets and stuff. We have a lot of data now, and I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna head out. And also, let me catch you while we're here. Okay. But overall, I was just happy that for the most part, the monkeys did not run through buildings, which was the entire purpose of this project. And I think this really opens the doors for projects in the future, and so you might want to subscribe to see just what those are. And I did have some more thoughts. What was it again? Yeah, having the ability for like the monkeys to like sort of generate as you keep moving, similar to like Pokemon Go, would be interesting. It's just, that would require, I guess, like dynamically downloading the location of all buildings in London as you travel through it. Which I don't know how to do yet, but it definitely seems possible. I need to just take a look at it when I get back to my workshop, I suppose. I don't call it my workshop, it's my bedroom anyway. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. We're going to be moving on to new stuff and new things in future, so subscribe if you'd like to see more, and like it if you really did enjoy the video. And please share the video if you really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'd be really interested to hear what you think could be added to simulators like this in future, especially now that we can detect buildings. Although, one thing we can't do is that we can't detect water and bridges. Meh, problems for another day. But after all said and done, on a personal level, I think I prefer being pursued than doing the chasing. Something Valentine's Day. I don't know, there's a joke there. And of course, Until next time, I've been me, you've been you. Have a wonderful day, and please look both ways when crossing the street to catch monkeys. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. I'll see you later. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang tang walla bing bang. Saying boo doo boo doo boo doo boo doo boop boop. Last one. Whew. Anyway, you've reached the end of the video. Congratulations.